We are not alone.
Good day. Welcome to the Deaths of Jikoku podcast. We like to talk about games, movies, anime, and whatever strikes our fancy. Today we have Dread Pirate.
What's up, guys?
But this activity
And back from Tijuana, we have Bipo.
terrestrial technology.
What up?
And of course, King. That's me. If you would like to sponsor us or have music that you want played on the show, please follow the link in the description. What it do, boys?
How's it going?
Chilling, man. Just got back from the gym.
How was that? I mean, your home gym?
Yeah, do the power racks, fucking beast mode.
Do you have it any more set up than last time I was up there?
Yeah, so we're getting rid of the Bowflex. It's up for sale right now. And then I got a power rack for real cheap, an Olympic bar, a bunch of weights, an easy bar, and then Aaron got a treadmill, all used and super cheap. So the shop turned into the gym.
What, the outside shop?
Yeah, it's
dope.
still enough room for a shop too, but like the gym takes up that far wall. So we got the bike, the treadmill, the power rack, a bench, and the easy bar.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
And honestly, man, you shouldn't have an issue selling that Bowflex machine. People will spend dumb money on just because it's Bowflex.
I've gotten a lot of offers. I'm selling it for $100, so it's not expensive by any stretch of the imagination. But everybody that hits me up is like, "Oh, I got $20." Nah, man. This is like a $3,000 Bowflex machine I'm selling for $100.
I was about to say, I sold those old dumbbells you gave me, the adjustable ones, for like 200, 250, 300.
Bro, I wish I still had those. I was thinking about this year's tax return, maybe ordering another pair just so I have them.
They're super nice. I just didn't use them a lot anymore. And when I was moving, I was like, you know what? I'll just get it, sell it, help me with the move.
That's fair. Most definitely gonna get big as fuck in the next 6 months.
Yeah, getting ready for summer. Or what, summer isn't up there.
I mean, we shut down for snow Thursday and Friday last week.
We're hitting the fucking 80s, almost 90s.
It was a solid like 60 today. But yeah, we're supposed to get more snow on Sunday. And then I think that'll probably be the last snow for the year.
You say that now, and then just wait like 2 weeks later, you're going to be like, well, there's another snowstorm.
Hey, man, that's the great white north. You never know what's going to happen up there.
Dude,
It is fair.
I moved out here in May thinking that it would be like, oh, it's the ass end of spring. We're going to be all good. It'll be nice to move into a new place. First fucking day I'm here, 3 feet of snow.
Is that a cold welcome, not a warm welcome then?
I guess.
At least you're not one of those people who come from Florida and have never left Florida. They're just never seen snow, never experienced it, just known armpity, hot / sometimes cold weather their whole fucking life.
Yeah, I've had the luck to travel the country and the world and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm still, even living here, it boggles me. And I was like, where else have you been? They're just like, I've never left. What do you mean you've never left?
It's that Florida man. It's in his blood.
I'm getting called out here.
Have you never left Florida?
I've left here and there, but not for very long periods of time.
Oh, at least you left. I'm talking about people lived in the same house their whole life, had the same parents their whole life.
Yep. You're not. I'm not helping this case here, but yep.
But also have never gone on vacation, never gotten out of the state.
Oh,
the farthest they went was fucking Disney or something.
No. I definitely left the state and the country.
Look at Poe, having a functional family and stuff. You just dunking on us over here.
I mean, one of us got to have a functional family.
One of us got to be the normal one.
Yeah, normal's not fun though.
Yeah.
Trying to explain to the life partner all the dumb shit we did in high school. And she was just like, "How did you not go to jail?" It's Florida and I'm fast.
I talk about shit like that all the time, especially with how overgrown Florida's getting and how they're chopping down all the woods, all this stuff to create space for housing.
Yeah.
So when I talk about it, I was like, yeah, where there's like a whole ass neighborhood, the one you might have just moved into, is like, yeah, I used to have bonfires back there at 17 years old.
No shit.
Like,
Dude,
we
they're
came out here, we were heathens when it was nothing but dirt roads and miles of forest behind everybody's fucking house.
they're leveling the last bit of forest behind my Florida house.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're putting a fucking apartment complex there.
Another one? Oh, yeah, those are kind of popping up everywhere now.
Have you guys seen the Florida we're breaking up with spring break ad?
Yeah.
From Miami, I did.
Yeah.
I haven't
Oh
seen
my God.
I haven't seen the commercial or whatever it is. Or the ad. I've just seen something about it.
It's like some of like the cringiest yet funniest things because I know it's not gonna work. Oh, we have increased police force, parking's $100, and fines are doubled. I'm like, it's spring break. No one's gonna care.
I think what is going to happen here, because if you go back and you look at it, spring break is not. It's pretty new to Miami for the most part. Like the spring break people currently talk about and stuff like that. But it wasn't the same place when we were growing up. It was Daytona for a long time, and then before that, it was Panama City Beach. Which I don't know if you've ever been to Panama City Beach in off season. It is probably one of the more depressing cities I've ever driven through at 10 o'clock at night on a Friday night.
Dude, so is Daytona. Daytona's empty unless it's bike week or spring break.
That's
or
fair.
race week.
Yeah, race week, but we don't talk about the NASCAR.
It's not that kind of podcast. Go find another one if you want to hear that.
Right?
I mean, I would absolutely go and do the camp out for Daytona 500. I've heard it's a blast. I mean, rednecks party the same way we do, just slightly different.
More mud, man.
More guns.
Well, yeah, it's Florida. It's a given. There's no laws there.
Especially not now that we could conceal carry without a permit.
As much as I love my guns and I love my concealed carry, I'm not a fan of that. I think there should be like at least a class.
I'm not either. It's pretty much just saying anybody who's not dumb enough to get caught for a felony can carry a gun. I know a lot of dumb people who have no criminal record,
Yeah.
who have no business owning or handling or being around firearms.
Completely true statement. So, talking about spring break, I was reading this fucking article earlier this week. There's a girl that works just the spring break season, like 2 months out of the year, and then she sails the rest of the year, right? Bitch makes like 80 G's in 2 months being a bartender, and she's not making it from tips. She will let people pay her $100 to slap them as hard as she can.
I've seen videos and shit like that. That's a thing. Like, you go to the right bars, there will be women who will do that. Just like fucking women who will make tips and money from just throwing drinks in men's faces, or like standing on their fingers or something fucking stupid.
You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing you need to grow a pair of tits. Start smacking dudes.
While I'm pretty, still don't think I'm that pretty.
I don't know, man. Chicks with dreads are the shit. They're all crazy, but they're the shit.
Thank you for saying that caveat.
I mean, how many of you been around?
A lot.
Let's talk about.
Oh, not as many as you think, but definitely enough to understand.
Okay, fair enough. Doesn't take many.
Yeah, listen, the general conversation I might have had like a normal life, but it's definitely been not normal in circumstances.
Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see that. So, all right, change of subject.
Mhm.
All of us here have played the cancer that is World of Warcraft. Have you seen the new World of Warcraft mode?
No,
No.
because I'm afraid I'm going to get back
No.
into it.
WoW has a battle royale mode now.
Do you have to have the WoW subscription, or is it going to be like how Fortnite originally was, where they had their PvE and then their Battle Royale?
I think you still need the subscription because it's Blizzard. That's just a given at this point.
Oh, son of a...
But Blizzard isn't Blizzard anymore.
Dude, Blizzard hasn't been Blizzard in fucking 10 years.
Yeah, but now they're really not Blizzard.
Yeah. But, dude, I don't think WoW is fast paced enough for Battle Royale. I haven't played since, like, fuck. The Pandorians?
I didn't even get that far.
Mists of Pandora?
Yeah,
Or
that one.
Pandora?
That's probably the last expansion I played. And I didn't play that one for long at all.
I
You
tapped
understand
on
Wrath
Wrath of the Lich King, so you made it farther than I did.
Wrath
But let's
was
be honest, that was the last good one.
peak WoW.
Big one. Cataclysm ruined it all.
Oh, I
I
played
played
a
a
little bit
little-
in Cataclysm.
I just didn't feel like learning a whole new map again.
That's why I liked it.
So,
Because it was like, so I pop back into WoW every few years just to check it
Mhm.
out, do like the free to level 20 account thing. And when Cataclysm hit, I was like, oh shit, it's like playing a new game. Got to level 20 and was like, this is exactly the same as before, except they just changed the terrain a little bit.
all desert, more deserty, and the Hellfire Brimstone.
I think the last time I actually played was the expansion where Demon Hunter came out. I
What the
forget which
fuck
one.
is a demon hunter?
I was about
it's
to
just a
ask
new-
the same thing.
It's a new class, and you get a double jump, I think, for free, and that's the only reason why I wanted to play it. Got to level 20.
There's a double jump now.
Yeah, for the Demon Hunters.
Jesus Christ! I'm
Yeah,
so
you get
far
to you get to
gone.
jump
I'm
and then
so far
jump.
gone out of WoW.
You get to jump and then you jump with a little flip and then you go and yeah.
All
And then
right.
I gave up.
But going back to your original statement, I don't think it's fast paced enough for PvP for that level of gameplay.
I don't know. Maybe we can get like Brian or Rhonda on here to explain it to us. They're still super into WoW.
It's
I'm just not. Is it
I
gonna
don't
be a?
know.
It's gonna be a third person, I guess, because there's no first person in WoW, I believe.
No, it's always third person.
So like, I don't know what they're gonna do.
You're always looking over the shoulder of your player, just so you can go for your character. You can go far or near. I always like playing far off. I can see more things.
Yeah. But yeah, man. WoW Battle Royale. I don't think it's going to be a hit. Who knows, though? It is WoW. They have their diehards.
I've seen weirder, more popular games.
Yeah. I think at this point, they're just trying to keep it alive.
Especially with the way gaming has been going a lot more lately, anyways.
Dude, it's hard to push a gaming subscription now. Like, when WoW came out, it was on the coattails of EverQuest. So everyone was used to paying the, like, $15 a month and shit like that. And it was arguably a better game. But, fuck, man. Final Fantasy XIV has a subscription, I think. And that's really the last big one. I don't count the Elder Scrolls Online because you could play that for free from what I can tell.
Yeah, and also it's, from what I've read and followed, a terrible game.
Well, yeah, it's hard to do an MMO nowadays. Everyone expects instant gratification.
I mean, I think there are some things that just should have not have been attempted to put made as an MMO. Elder Scrolls, while I love the series, I love everything they've done. I've played a good chunk of them and an exorbitant amount of hours into Morrowind. I at no point wanted that game to be an MMO. I wanted it to be what it was.
Yeah, there's coming out with another one soon. Another Elder Scrolls, but I have this weird feeling it's just going to be Starfield on the ground.
Are you sure? Every time they're about to, like, it feels like there's going to be coming out the new one, It's just a remake of Skyrim.
Well, dude, Starfield tanked so hard that they need something.
I wanted to like that game.
Everyone
really-
wanted to like that game.
I really did like, and I pushed past the part where you're just like, why does everything take so long?
It's
I
just
just kept trying to like it's for cinematic reasons. It's for but eventually, after so many cinematics, the same goddamn thing, like docking and redocking or undocking and redocking. I can visit no more fucking planets. I'm tired of
It's-
watching this like 30-second long cinematic that you can't skip.
it's Firefly, but they added in all the parts you don't see on the show where you're just in space.
Yeah, but it could have been better. It could have been like really Firefly.
Oh yeah, it could have been.
It felt too robot-y, and that was wrong with it. There was no character to the game, and like when I was playing it, I could get into like the things you do and like flying off and going and do all these things, but there wasn't a lot of like real character to it.
Yeah,
So eventually I just fell out and couldn't really do it anymore.
I'm so glad I didn't pay for that game.
Xbox Game Pass, my dude. That's the only reason I played.
Dude, Xbox Game Pass is a fucking lifesaver. Like fucking
And did you see the fucking what did Diablo? The new Diablo is about to be put on it.
yeah, but it's not procedurally generated anymore. It's just click. All you do is click. I can build an auto clicker and go to work and come back and have a maxed out character in Diablo 4. Like it's not
That's pseudo always kind of what it was.
Dude, Diablo 2 had like story and character development, and like I was interested in Diablo 4's story or Diablo 2's story. I was interested in Diablo 1's story. Diablo 3 was meh. And Diablo 4
3
is
is
just
meh.
worse by
As
every stretch of the
a-
imagination.
As a Diablo diehard, as in yes, I definitely did pre-order the deluxe edition or ultimate edition of Diablo.
That's okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
played it for the entire time. Season 1 came out, stopped at season 1. Season 2 came out, stopped. Yeah, there's no like, I don't think there's any, I think they're adding random dungeons, like they're adding back what, under a different name, what would be like Challenge Rift and Greater Rifts, but I don't know if that's totally true. But yeah, no, it is definitely now just a point and click adventure.
Hmm.
Still fun if you like to blow things up and be overpowered.
Yeah, but like creating 7 zombies for every fucking person I kill and just having to spam the same button, cool. The story was okay enough for me to make it to the end. That's
You
about
know
all.
what? I think that's a big reason why back in the days when the Diablo 2 was really big and I wasn't really much of a computer gamer, but all the Baldur's Gate games coming out for consoles were choice.
Yeah.
They were a good balance because they were similar to the fighting style that you would do in Diablo, but you had a little bit more button capabilities and wasn't point and click and shit.
Well, and you could build
And
a
it
character.
was just the right length.
Yeah, you could build a character in Baldur's Gate. It's just D&D.
I'm talking about the console ones like Dark Alliance 2,
Oh, okay.
because those were around also when at that same time period, just a little bit later for PlayStation 2. But those were great games.
I don't know, man. I've been PC Master Race since DOS was the prevailing operating system. Like, I have the floppies floating around somewhere of the original Prince of Persia game, like all 26 of them.
We always had old computers, so they couldn't run shit anyways.
That's
I
fair.
think when we got one that could run WoW, it could barely run OG WoW. It took a very long time to put the game on the computer with the 5 discs.
Dude, I'm pretty sure you could run WoW nowadays on a bottle of Gatorade.
Our phones are more powerful than the fucking computers I used to play WoW on.
Oh, by a lot.
By a lot.
All right, to segue into our next wonderful subject, Apex Legends. Did you guys hear the bullshit about the finals?
Oh, the import those there was a hacker that actually imported cheat or injected cheats onto the player systems. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
dude. So they had the yearly like World Series of Apex Legends, and they're streaming it. It's a big esports thing. And some hacker was like, fuck this, and imported hacks and cheats into the computers of the players. So they were just basically getting cheats for free.
Mm-hmm.
They had to cancel the global series 2 games in, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I need you to explain to me exactly how this works and what do you mean by this? Because what do you mean they're importing cheats into
So-
computers and then like essentially
He
nulling the matches?
No, he hacked the servers that they were using for the games and gave everybody auto aim and like the where it boxes out the
Oh.
players and stuff like that, so you
Okay,
could see
okay, I
them
see-
before
I
they
see
come
what
around the
you're
corner.
Yeah, it gave them wall hacks and aimbot.
Gotcha. That makes more sense now.
And the officials literally told all the players when you get home, do a fresh OS restart.
Yeah,
For safety measures.
Damn.
bro, that guy's a fucking G.
And this was for the Apex Legends Championships?
Yeah, the World Championships, not like a regional.
Oh, damn.
But
I
yeah,
gotta be honest. I wouldn't even know where to see that. Or where to watch it.
dude, I just read about it on the news.
You probably find it on Twitch. Most things are on Twitch at this point.
I don't think I've ever logged on to a Twitch account in my life.
I mean, unless you play Tarkov, it's not really a thing.
Apparently, it's a big thing. I just have never gone on the site or used it or
So
done anything with it.
if you want something cool on Twitch, like just some cool background shit, throw that bitch up on your TV and look up musicians. And you get really cool amateur musicians. If you donate like $1, they'll try to play whatever song on whatever instrument they have. And you get some like straight savages. Got girls that are playing Final Fantasy tunes on violin. You got dudes playing like fucking Power Rangers theme song on guitar. It's wild. There's some good ass musicians on Twitch.
Okay. I'll have to look into that soon. I just thought it was like I don't know. I guess the only thing I've seen from it was gaming stuff because, well, mostly what pops up.
Yeah, that's their bread and butter. But the musician stuff is
Mhm.
cool. The musician stuff and some of the creator stuff is cool. Like people just like painting models and shit and doing live talks with their viewers.
I mean, that's dope. That's, getting and letting people do pretty much all the art stuff for people and people actually being into it.
Yeah. All right. So, because we're kind of burning through subjects, here's a cool one we can talk about. So, you know what Neuralink is, right?
No.
So, our great and powerful Lord and Savior, Mr. Elon Musk, created this thing called the Neuralink, and it's a computer for your brain. They implant it in your skull, and the purpose behind it right now, so he can get FDA approval,
I
is
don't know if I want to be on this site.
so for him to get FDA approval, he was like, we're gonna implant it into quadriplegics and paraplegics and try to like help them regain some sense of independence.
Oh my Jesus.
So they tested it on monkeys. It worked well. They put it in the first human, I think 2 or 3 months ago. A homie's playing Civ 6 off his Neuralink. This is a quadriplegic dude. And he's like playing and beating Civilization 6. All from brain.
I can't remember Wikipedia for this. I went on the site and it tried to ask me to do things. I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, don't give Elon your information. You'll get mailed a Tesla and then charged.
I don't want a Tesla. I'm still not. I'm just getting okay with hybrids, man. I don't know if I'm ready for a fully computerized car. I don't trust it.
Just as a quick change of subject, we'll go back to Neuralink. Fucking Prius Prime. Prius Prime's the shit.
Is that like, wait, what's Prius Prime? Is it a transformer?
No, it's the top level essentially model Prius
So
because a lot of the new Toyotas are doing it with where the Prime is the top of it. Like I looked at the Rav4 Prime.
that's a sick car
It's
too.
nice. It's what because at that point they're also plug-in now too. So part of it is plug-in energy.
Yeah, it's plug-in hybrid, so it's got a gas motor, it's got a battery motor, and you can plug it in to
which is
charge
really
the
cool,
batteries.
but I think it only goes like 30, 40 miles on the plug for the most part. Which 30, 40 miles of nothing.
Dude, that's plenty for your daily commute to work.
Mm-hmm.
But the Prius Prime has like a 200 horsepower motor in it too, so it's quick and it's plug-in hybrid.
Yeah,
The Primes are the most powerful ones. The Rav4 one was also like I think a good 100 horsepower better almost, and torque.
Nice.
you can get anywhere from 52 to 127 with the caveat miles per gallon, up to 44 miles with the electric.
Ah, it was around 40.
I'm gonna not read the price and everything, so it's not like, oh, we're like giving them free stuff.
Eh.
But
I mean, if Toyota
this-
wants to give me a Supra, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, that's a super. No one would complain.
I don't know if I like the way they look.
They're getting cheap, but dude, fuck you. They look amazing.
I saw one the other day, and I personally am not a huge fan. I'm definitely not a huge fan of the new Integras.
No, but the new Preludes are
does not
sick
make-
looking.
I haven't seen the new Preludes yet. The new Integra does not give me that like feeling of looking at an old Integra, and I was at least going for part of that feeling.
To be fair, the only good-looking Integra was the RSX. Like the bubble eyes on the second gen ones is just a fucking EG Honda Civic with a different fucking set of fenders and headlights.
But still, I wasn't a fan of the new Integras or the new Supras. It felt like just any other roadster to me.
Well, the new Supras are starting to break into the high 30s. So, they're getting
That's not bad.
they're getting crazy affordable. Like I looked at one online, they wanted 41,000 at a dealership for it. And I was like, that is way more doable than a Mark IV. But yeah, so back to our Neuralink guy. So this paraplegic dude started off playing chess with his brain. Now he's playing Civ 6 with his brain. I'm super interested to see what he does next. Also, I read an article where he was starting to be able to move his toes and shit. So this might actually fix, being a quadriplegic.
And one step closer to Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
In due time.
Or Elon's slowly creating a villain. One of the two.
Why not both
Eh.
at this point?
Fair.
I mean, we're getting closer and closer to having chips as our with our souls in them.
I mean, we're already cyborgs. A cell phone. People lose their shit if they leave the house without their cell phone. Like, I can't function in town without my cell phone. I don't know where anything is anymore. I don't know anybody's phone number. I can call my old house.
I know my number.
I know my phone number. I don't know your phone number.
No, I don't know yours. Hasn't changed in years. I still haven't fucking memorized. It just gets moved from phone to phone.
Yeah. You changed your phone number when you got back from New Zealand, and I was like, fuck, which one of these do I call?
And I still have the
I feel like I
same
could
one.
survive.
It's not as hard as you would think. I think you would probably be fine. You might lose it for a little bit because you're used to it, but eventually you're just like,
I also feel like
I don't have to worry about the problems of others.
Yeah, but also use a lot of like safety, like in the way of like emergency response and everything, without a cell phone.
Well,
That's true.
that was the thing back in the day. When that front door closed, you were gone. No one knew you were coming back.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember the only reason why I first got a cell phone was because I would be walking to school, and it was like a 2-3 mile walk because I just didn't want to ride the bus some days.
You used to walk
So
2 to 3 miles to school. I did not like school that much when I was growing up to walk that far. If I had to walk that far, I wasn't going.
never said I liked school, it said I walked to school.
Back to the
But-
functional family unit.
But no, like the only reason why I got a cell phone is like just in case. I'm like, okay. And then that's the only reason why I got a cell phone. It was one of them old flip phones, which I still liked.
Did you say mole flip phones?
One of them
Old.
old flip phones.
Old flip
Okay, I
phones.
was like, what is a mole flip? Is this like a knockoff razor?
No, no. I did have a razor though, which is pretty cool.
I never had one.
They were cool, but they all broke the same way, right on the spine.
See, by the time, what was my first phone? I had one of those Nokias, the bricks. And then after that, I think I went straight to
Or the
Sidekick.
sidekicks.
Yeah, I mean, it was every 6 months on a Sidekick. This fucking prehistoric fidget spinner for the most part.
They were the pinnacle of phones back in the day. Like I had a BlackBerry. It wasn't the coolest phone, but it was fucking. It was functional as fuck.
Yeah, I had a BlackBerry
I
for a
always
little bit.
wanted a sidekick.
You did the sidekick too.
No, he said he wanted a Sidekick.
I've
Oh,
always wanted one.
Shit, when the
Damn.
Sidekick was out, you were like 5.
Hey, whoa, don't be like saying my age. Just because y'all are old as dust and I am not, don't mean.
Dude,
Listen.
I'll be 40 in like 3 years. It's weird.
Oh, don't say that.
I'm
That
old.
doesn't want to be. Oh my god. You're not. Yeah, I'm not gonna say you're not old. You're well experienced, but you know. Yeah.
I mean, if you
we-
think
we-
knee
we-
pain is
we
well
have-
experienced.
Well,
we had-
we all have knee
Midlife.
pain. We all about midlife. That's fair.
Also, there's knee pain, and then there's knee surgery pain. You don't want to have to get your like joints,
Yeah,
like any sort of surgery. And that the pain never goes away, from what I hear,
it does not.
and it's never the same again.
So,
I have absolutely fucked myself up a lot, but never done any joint like fuck up. So that's a good part of it. The head trauma is a whole nother story.
yeah, but head trauma didn't exist when we were young. TBI was a myth up until like 2010.
We just got dropped on our heads and just like, all right, just put a couple staples in it.
Right?
Come back in a week, we'll cut them out. It's fine.
So,
Becoming an adult was getting them and cutting them out myself.
yeah. Talking about history stuff. So they re-released all the OG Star Wars Battlefronts, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a pretty good modding community for the OG Battlefronts. They re-released them, and this dude saw in the trailer re-release that his custom mod was in the trailer. So
I
he
saw that article.
yeah, he was like, yo, you can't do this without paying me or whatever. So they promised him that they weren't going to take any of his mods or anything like that. I think it was one character specifically. Fucking game comes out and this dude, the character's in it. Like, it's his code. He pulled up the base code and was like, yeah, I wrote this 10 years ago. What the fuck is EA doing, man? This is how they get sued.
Whatever they want, like they always do, bud.
I don't think they have the clout to do that shit anymore.
They still trying.
Yeah.
They still pumping out games, thinking they know what's best. Pissing off everybody with microtransactions,
Fuck.
and then they don't stop.
What has EA put out recently?
Every Madden game every year, or any other sports game every year.
Yeah.
And they might be mainly living off that.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I just went to their website. It's all sports games and Sims.
Sims, WRC. There's just honestly, WRC was pretty good.
Oh, Jedi Survivor. That was good.
Oh shit.
And they're remaking
Oh wait,
Dead Space.
EA made Immortals of Aven. I wonder why I didn't buy it.
What, you didn't want to get poked for extra money every 30 seconds?
Exactly.
I think there's
That
a
was such.
pretty good revolution of new games happening, new publishers, new developers. I think the next 5-6 years is going to be real good for games.
I mean, after the success of Helldivers, and anything can happen at this point.
Not wrong.
Small,
Fucking
small developer might get Game of the Year level props.
fucking what is it? Who made Baldur's Gate 4?
Larian.
Baldur's
Larian.
Gate 3.
3.
Larian.
Yeah, I mean they're technically a small publisher. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't do a lot. You're right. Last thing last big thing they did was Baldur's Gate 2.
they didn't do Baldur's Gate 2. They did
No,
Original
Divinity
Sin.
Original Sin.
Yeah.
So Original Sin 2 was the last biggest thing. But speaking of Baldur's Gate and Larian, you hear they're not going to make they planned but then stopped making DLC or expansions for Baldur's Gate 3.
I'm not against that.
Yeah,
They're
Wizards
keeping it as is.
Wizards is trying to like pull everything up close. They lost a lot of money. Hasbro's not doing too well.
Well, they were originally working on it because they wanted to. And the director or like the head creative, I forget his name, starts with like a V, said they were originally going to make a fourth one, but they felt like they didn't close up 3. So they're going to work on like expansions and DLC. But then they stopped that. So right now there's no future content besides like update patches and everything.
I mean,
That's not necessarily for everything either.
yeah, and I
Hmm.
mean, Baldur's Gate 3 is you could replay that game 50 times and not end up at the same thing.
Yeah,
Hell, I haven't finished my first run through yet.
I haven't either. If it makes you feel better, but I do need to go back to it.
I think it's Baldur's Gate's on Xbox now. I
I
don't-
remember them talking about it. I don't. Did it come out on Xbox?
I believe
think
so. I know it's not coming out on Game Pass,
Probably not.
but I don't know,
They
man.
just got Diablo.
Well, fucking
Or about to.
PlayStation, good old Sony's throwing some fucking heavy hits. They're getting ready to drop that PS5 Pro too.
I'm afraid to ask. How much is this one going to be?
Probably like $550 because they lowered the price of the PS5 recently.
I don't know, man. I mean, at this point, that's essentially what you're going to pay for any decent electronic component that does things.
Yeah. I mean, it's still cheaper than a graphics card.
This is true.
Fucking, I'm hoping the 50 series they do a turn down on the prices. I doubt it, but 40 series didn't do too well.
But also, there's a lot of games, like, while we're coming out with really good games and really high-level graphic games, we're still not that far ahead yet where older graphics cards still don't work, and that's nice.
Yeah, the 1080 in my backup computer fucking it still fucks.
My 2070 runs most things without an issue, and it doesn't even cause my laptop to get too hot for most things.
Yeah.
It's starting to see where I can't run ultra and like high res on certain games, but that's okay.
Just got to turn that shit down to 1080, man.
Hey, it's a 4-year-old laptop still running strong.
Talking about computer games, have you seen the Steam Family Game Sharing program?
Yes, I have.
I think I'm gonna combine mine and the kiddos' Steam accounts now.
Is it going to work like? Have y'all ever done like the title share on Xbox? Is it going to work like that to where like if me and one of my family members Like they're sharing on my account. They have all my games from Steam. Is that how this is working?
No, the last time I played on an Xbox, my dude, was when before that existed. It was like right before they put more electronic games onto Xbox. It was still when discs were super heavy.
No.
So
Okay. Well, I guess at the
if my
Kane.
buddy wanted to borrow it, I was like, "Here you go, bro. Just just don't scratch and give it back to me."
I think
Well, Kane. I guess that's a question for you.
from what I gathered, because they always had like a weird family share thing, but like if me and you were shared, you would have to check a game out from my library, and I couldn't play it while you were playing it. Now I think we can play the same game at the same time, and it just creates one large game pool.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, Valve's like actually doing good for PC gamers. I know they're pushing it so that, they can sell more Steam Decks because that seems to be their main money making thing. But should be
So,
interesting, man. I might check it out.
it is one of the top handhelds you can buy right now. One of the least expensive ones at that too.
Yeah, especially with the OLED screen. Now, mind you, it's not as powerful as the other ones that are out. It's actually like a generation behind everything right now. If I had Steam Deck money again, I would probably go with Legion Go. But
Mhm.
I'm happy with my Steam Deck. It plays Final Fantasy VII real good.
Yeah,
Wait, which Steam decks are y'all talking about? Because I'm looking at like the 1 TB one. And it's like 650.
Yeah,
That's
Ooh.
like. I know the PlayStation Portal came out recently.
that
One of my
wasn't
buddies grabbed that.
that wasn't a standalone thing though. You have to have a PS5 and it just streams the game to it. It's basically an Android phone with controllers attached.
Uh,
Now, mind you, it's a really nice Android phone with controllers attached, and it makes sense if you play a lot of PS5 games. But you can legitimately do the same thing with like a Galaxy or an iPhone. Well, I don't know about iPhone. Um, oh yeah, fucking Apple's getting sued.
I just read about that.
They're getting sued by Epic and Microsoft and Google and all them, but they're also getting sued by the federal
By
government.
the U.S. Yeah, they're getting sued by the U.S. government.
How the fuck,
They
man?
they just got sued by the EU.
Well, the federal
Like,
government's going after them for
recently.
monopoly stuff, which is big. Like antitrust lawsuits are big. The EU was just going after them for like being a shitty company.
Well, the EU was going after them for some things that aren't too far off of what the U.S. government's going after them for.
Yeah.
Shady business practices, the monopoly thing with having their everything so close knit that other developers and third parties can almost it's impossible to get in, and they get in if they want to. They have to spend this exorbitant amount of money, and it's not even guaranteed it's all going to work with because of all that. See,
and the fact
this
that
is why I
everything.
stepped away from Apple when they started slowing down phones.
I'm excited. Hopefully this lawsuit does well and I can build a cool Hackintosh. Like a fucking 4090 with iOS. Or not iOS. What's their bullshit fucking computer
iOS.
OS?
iOS.
iOS.
Is it? Alright.
Yeah.
It's all iOS, man.
I don't know.
There can only be one iOS.
I actively avoid my iPad at work, so
Mm.
I
I
was
stepped
done
away from the cult a long time ago.
by the time I was done with it, like 8 months after I got it brand new, it was slow as fucking molasses. I was like, well, this is stupid. The next year they got sued for it, and we're just like, well, I fucking told everybody. Goddamn conspiracy. They are forcing you to do all these things, and no, I just like the new ones. Of course you do.
yeah. Well, I mean, I get it. If you got an iPhone as a teenager, they got you hooked, and then you got an iPad, you can move things around. You could effectively use your iPad as an iPhone. Then you hit college and you get a fucking MacBook, and you can send text messages from your MacBook and make calls from your MacBook, and it's a walled garden, but it is a good garden.
hmm
It sounds like a cult.
It is a cult.
It is a cult.
Said it's a walled garden, but it's a good one. Yeah, that's what a cult leader says.
I mean,
Wise man once told me if it sounds like a cult, it's probably a fucking cult.
I mean, Steve Jobs is their Lord and Savior.
Was.
No, is he ain't dead. He's somewhere hooked up to a computer, probably a MacBook Pro.
He like Walt Disneyed himself. He's just like frozen underneath like the Mickey Mouse statue in Disney World.
He's a lot less racist than Walt Disney was.
Very true. Very true.
Anti-Semitic, so yeah, racist. But just very specifically.
Yeah,
He just didn't like the rest. He didn't generally hate them like he did.
dude, that
Well,
that Family Guy episode where he comes out of being frozen, he's like, "Are the Jews gone?" That shit was hilarious.
that's not even the best rendition I've seen on a comedy sketch TV show. Do you remember the Robot Chicken one episode with him in it? Where he sprouts like crab legs and all he wants to do is eat Elian Gonzalez. When, the whole Elian thing coming to Miami happened way back when.
I do remember that. That was a good episode. Robot Chicken was a good fucking stop motion animation show.
In a time before everything was computer animated or generated, absolutely. And it was hilarious, and it pushed the boundaries at the right time.
Dude, all the Adult Swim shit was pushing boundaries.
Why we watched it as teenagers.
Yeah. I mean, it fucking just bounced off Toonami. Like, you had Toonami, which was the anime thing, and they're like, oh, the teenagers are paying attention to this. Let's see if we can get adults in. And then they started playing Adult Swim, where it was more adult cartoonies. And it just got way out of hand towards the end.
And thus the beginning of my inability to sleep at night.
Right? Oh, dude. Could you sue Cartoon Network for insomnia?
Now I gotta look down a rabbit hole to answer that. Thanks, guys.
Like,
I'm a mute and be back.
like, no shit. That could be a thing, man.
Oh my god. Oh, you get back to me on that one.
So,
after you come back from that rabbit hole.
back to the Disney hate. You see, Disney's making a survival RPG based on D&D.
I'm for it. Everything Disney tries to do that's RPG-esque fucking works. I don't know what the hell you're talking about if you're not excited for it.
You mean the one?
Yeah.
They've only
Well,
done one.
Well, okay, so I actually talked with somebody about this because when 3 came out, you remember when I fucking rented it, we were living together. And while my friend and my lady at the time were fucking off doing ass, so I'm just playing this game for the entire night.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts was real good. I completely get
The
it.
third one was really good. So I was talking to somebody about it, and I was just like, "Yeah, I played all 3 of them, and they were all really good." I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "There's 3 of them."
Yeah.
And I got schooled on Kingdom Hearts. Apparently, there's like fucking 15 games.
Well, it's because they did changes for like every new console that ever came out. So like, there's one for Switch, there's one for Wii. All the PlayStations had one. I don't think they ever came out on Xbox.
No, they didn't. But not all the handhelds all had them too.
Yeah.
But from what I was told, majority of them are all really good games and really fun. Just different styles of an RPG-esque game, like you get from playing different styles and like RPGs from other continents or countries and stuff.
It's fair. Fucking, I don't know. I think with Hasbro trying to expand out as hard as they are, I'm expecting them to go the same route Disney went, where they just put out so much stuff like Marvel and Star Wars shit that a couple of them are going to be good, but a majority of them are going to be hot garbage.
More than likely.
But
That's just that's how everything is right now.
So doing research, few things. One, currently 33 states are suing Meta because like Facebook and like Instagram and all that, because it does lead to higher rates of like depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues.
No, you
How do
mean
I get it?
social
How do I-
media is bad for us?
Yeah,
How do
shocker.
I get,
What a
how do I get it?
concept.
How do I get it on
Yeah.
this?
So, besides that, I was looking up more, reading into different like just doing quick research because I could spend hours researching it. Main thing I get, since we do live in the land of the free and the home of the brave, you could sue anyone for anything. So yes, you could technically sue Cartoon Network and its subsidiaries for causing you insomnia. But man, are you gonna have a case to prove that it was solely them causing you insomnia?
Do you know how quickly that would become like one of those class action lawsuits? You'd end up doing all this work for $12, an Amazon gift card.
If
all
if
all
that.
the people, kids who grew up in the '90s would be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I still remember, though they were reruns. I still remember staying up to like 1 or 2 in the morning to watch Inuyasha reruns on Adult Swim.
But you want to talk about that when you hit 4 in the morning, they switched to a completely different kind of anime, and you got to see like Zoids
Zoids was
because
the
that
shit.
was only at like 4:30, 5 in the morning. So you're not waking up that early as a kid,
No, fuck
I
no.
think the weirdest thing I saw post like 1 or
or as
2
a
a.m.
teenager especially.
Yeah, I think the weirdest one was Home Videos. I think the show was called.
Yo, I loved home videos. You don't,
Yeah, I
you don't
saw
talk
that at
bad
like
about that.
4 a.m.
Home videos was pretty
One time.
good.
Home videos was ridiculous, but when I didn't realize this, until I was a fully grown adult, for the most part. That was like the introduction of the dude who voices Archer and Bob.
What?
He's the PE teacher.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's insane.
Dude,
Did you not realize that?
No, dude, I haven't seen Home Videos since I was in elementary school.
I've gone back and watched it a few times over the past like 4 or 5 years. It's still really good as like a 37-year-old man, and I don't know how I feel about that.
fucking
Just shows oldies or goodies.
that guy's voice has changed the thought process on an entire generation.
One of those you have to go back and notice when you first start seeing. I was like, holy fuck, I do know this voice from my childhood.
Like, how quickly did "That's What She Said" change to phrasing?
I'm so far behind on the new phrasing. I don't know what anything means anymore. I think I stopped at yeet.
Oh, you got to catch up with the times.
I don't think I've seen Archer
Right.
since he had the coma.
I've never seen Archer.
It just ended, I think, last year. I think they finally finished it off.
Fucking good.
Yeah, there was a lot of seasons. And as much as I love Archer, not all of them were the best.
Yeah. Well, you got like the first 3 seasons are good, and then every show after the 3rd season starts to tank.
Yeah, not a lot of shows I've watched have made it through like 7 seasons of really good stuff. That's a rarity.
It's
Most you
very
get
true.
3 seasons of really good. You're right.
Fucking. Oh, what was I thinking? Yeah, nah, I lost it. Too much head trauma. So, kind of got into the D&D thing and the Hasbro thing. What do you guys
Mhm.
feel about the Lego D&D sets?
There's Lego D&D sets.
Yeah.
I might buy one.
I'm probably
I
going to
might
buy
buy
a
one.
lot.
When did they come
Uh,
out?
So
The
at this point, Lego has a clutch on the model market too. Essentially, new age Legos are models. Just
yeah, you're not going out and buying Mega Blocks, my man.
essentially the same the same amount of pieces.
You you're not going to get the GoBots of Legos. You're going to get fucking Legos.
But still, when was the last time you saw somebody come out with like, we're coming out with models? I mean, you go see Gundam models these days. They're still older models.
No, they've been coming out. I've been collecting the Gundam Wing stuff that's been coming out of Japan recently. And they're fucking new and they're good, man. Like, no paint, no glue, just click together. You can pose them. They're real fucking good.
Really?
Yeah. It usually takes me about 2 days to build one, too. So it's like a time sink.
I'm on the Lego website. The the Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon's Tail is $360, and it comes out April 4th.
And it'll
It's
sell out.
Did you say it's tail?
Red Dragon's like TALE, like story, not TAL.
It's like,
Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon's
did you
Tail.
just say how much for just the tail?
$300 fucking cylinder.
$360 cylinder.
I wouldn't be surprised, and I know people would probably buy it in hopes to get the whole thing.
I mean, we all know Vorian's gonna buy them, put them together, and put them in a glass case somewhere.
Is
Hell,
he
I know
that
my-
big into Legos?
Dude, next time you come out here, we gotta go wander around his basement. He's got like most of the higher end Star Wars stuff. He's got like a $1,200 Millennium Falcon and shit like that. And then he's got the Ghostbusters car with the lighting kit. So he's got it set on a timer, so when the sun goes down, its headlights and top lights turn on. He's got the Back to the Future car, same thing, lighting kit. Like him and Legos, yeah, he's about that shit, man.
Damn.
He's
I
good.
know one of my brothers has like all that, and like what it was the Star Destroyer. It was called the big long one from
Look
Star
like
Wars.
look
No,
like a
not the
triangle.
Death Star. Yeah.
Yeah, Star Destroyer.
Yeah, he got that one.
I mean, back to
Well,
what you were
speaking-
saying, they're just models at this point. But
Yeah,
Lego D&D makes sense to me, man. Because you can scale it right. Like, it.
I think it's a really cool idea. I think it brings another aspect to gaming.
And it's way easier than miniatures because you could build out your ends and stuff like that. Like, give it 5-6 years, almost every D&D game will be fucking played with Legos.
I was
And
just
just
about to
have
say,
your,
like,
and just
what if-
maybe have your own miniatures, or just like, no, you wouldn't even need to do that. You could literally go on the Lego site now and generate your own Lego character and have it shipped to you, I think, and buy it with like custom clothing, custom painted clothing and stuff like that, custom face.
So it sounds like Lego's just going to become modular for D&D and just start selling.
I think that's what Hasbro's going for because the D&D minis game, while it was good, it didn't catch on at all. So everyone's still using third-party like White Dwarf minis and painting them, or they're going to Starforge and custom building them and buying them that way.
Dwarven
Honestly,
Forge.
and it's so cheap and it's not. It is cheaper to buy a 3D printer and make your own than it is to buy some of those fucking old D&D
Dude, that's the reason I got
bigger miniatures.
that's the reason I got the fluid printer was so I could print minis for our D&D game. It fucking worked out great.
Because minis got expensive fast, and if you bought the Red Dragon, that bitch was expensive.
Oh yeah, pre-painted, you're talking $300-$400, and it doesn't move. It's literally just a fucking statue.
And yeah, you can just get a 3D printer for that price. I mean, it's not gonna be the best 3D printer, but it'll still put out some some figurines to
Dude,
some sort of scale.
nowadays you can get badass 3D printer for $400.
Fair enough.
Freaking, I got the K1 Max, and we're 3D printing Helldivers armor for the burn.
Oh, that's dope.
Me, Kazi, and Paige were gonna run around as Helldivers and shoot at people with Nerf guns. Because, shooting at people on LSD with Nerf guns is always a good day.
Not gonna lie, absolutely something I thought about doing at a festival. It's like running around with a Nerf gun. That's one thing I've gotten talked out of a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to always run into those hippies that are so anti-gun, they're terrified of Nerf.
Especially at like the music festivals and stuff like that. Exactly. I mean, as for me, I think it would be a blast. It'd put me in like nostalgia mode, tripping and have a great time.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Nerfs are...
Plus, it would be adventurous. You're playing Nerf in the fucking woods, no lights, just headlamps.
Fuck yeah.
You're never finding the Nerf darts again, but that's why you bring a whole bunch. They're not that expensive.
They have, out here, they have Nerf arenas, like paintball arenas. So, I think for the kid's birthday, we're going to sign him up for the Nerf arena.
That is super cool.
We've been 3D printing him mods for his Nerf guns. They got one. It's because he's got the ones with the electric motors. But so you can convert them to brushless and get like fucking 200 feet per second Nerf darts that leave welts on people and shit.
Yeah, I saw a video of this like father and son duo who have like this giant Nerf war in their home, and they have an entire room. Like his room is dedicated Nerf guns, like his size, more meant for kids, but still like pretty much every model you can think of. And then the dad has his room, and then like it shows the rooms a little bit, and it's the opposite on the opposite end of the bigger ones and different ones over there. The whole fucking like life is, or like a whole bunch of what they do is they just have a Nerf gun war throughout their house and build like barriers and do all these different things. It's looks so fucking cool. And there's so many fucking different kinds of Nerf guns that are out now.
Oh yeah, and the Nerf modding community is extensive. Like, even if you just have a 3D printer, if you get not the higher end, like the $50, $60 Nerf guns, you can mod them out to look like anything you want.
Isn't that what a lot of like cosplayers do for a lot of their guns?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm just now getting into cosplay with the Helldivers stuff.
Oh, fair.
But yeah, fucking talking on the Helldiver stuff. The Illuminate, they walk among us. Also,
I haven't seen anything of the sort yet.
The fucking, you're just seeing blue lasers, and I saw one floating guy killing bugs that I couldn't shoot at.
I've seen people talking about like ghost Helldivers who are on the map, exfilling with them, but not like showing up name wise or health wise, or that there's somebody in the game. It's just a random ghost.
That's cool. Dude, that game is so much fucking fun. There are entire YouTube channels dedicated to that game now.
I have had nothing but fun with the game, and I haven't been on a lot this week, but I'm looking forward to getting. I know a few things have changed since the last time I was on.
Oh yeah, I only really get to play like one day a week, but fucking I look forward to it.
True.
And then,
but yeah, they got rid of the fire tornadoes from what I saw with the latest patch, which is fine. I never saw one. I just got hit by a bunch of friggin'
I don't think they got
falling magma.
I don't think they got rid of them. I think they just turned down the damage.
Gotcha.
But they were cool because you could trick the bugs into going into them, and it would just wipe out whole swarms.
Day one of the new, like the initial patch, I think I got hit by like falling magma from a volcano 4 fucking times. Like 4 different times.
Was that when you and I were playing together?
Yes. It kept happening to me the entire night, even after you got off that night.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Like, and one time it happened when I was trying to exfil, I was like, this is fucking bullshit.
All right. On that note, let's call it an early night. Again, we're the Depths of Jikoku podcast. Look down in the description if you want to sponsor us, if you want any music played. Music for this one is just going to be some copyright-free music because we're still pretty new and we don't have anybody to give us music this time. And the music thing is supposed to be more of just if you're an up-and-coming artist and you want to get your shit out there, we're willing to put it out for free because we all love music. It's definitely gotten me through some dark times and some happy times. So send your shit in. We'll shoot you a little contract that says we can use it for an episode, and then fucking we'll play the shit out of it, man. Talk to you guys next week.
See you next week, guys.
Peace out.
We are not alone. They are among us. As the skies light up, they believe we are blissfully unaware. But this activity by non-human extraterrestrial technology